ES E-mini futures, 2000 tick chart, and we're using price action rules and market geometry to determine where to enter for high probability setups. So as you can see, for the majority of the morning, we've been in this sideways consolidation waiting for new low to be created for this downtrend, and we just created it. Unfortunately, there was really no opportunity to get into a short trade to be able to catch that swing to the new low. You can consider this one up here. It's kind of like if you reset the count from here, new low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short, failed breakout. We know that most breakouts of trading ranges fail. You could have tried to enter below this signal bar, but you always run the risk of there being some kind of wider uptrend like this. And like I always say, you always want to draw your short-term trends. That way you know when the bear or bull pressure has played out by this one breaking and creating new low. Like when this broke, created new low, you know all the bear pressure played out, and you can expect the bulls to step in at least for a second. And if you go short in an uptrend, especially a wider one like I just had drawn, there's a good chance you get stopped out because it can just bounce at that level, not fill your take profit, and then continue to work higher because you're in an uptrend, right? You always want to trade with the directional bias of the market and use these short-term trends to figure out when the opposing side that you're trying to trade against, all their pressure has played out and they have no contextual bias to trade against you, right? You want to go with the market. We're not here to change or move the market ourselves. We're just sitting on our hands like hunters. We're hunting the big institutions that have the capital to be able to move these markets. You're tracking their footsteps. You're understanding what they are trying to make the market do, and all you're trying to do is get in with them at the right time to be able to catch the swing that they made, and catch your profits with them. You know, the institutions are always a lot smarter than us. They got a lot more information about economy, all of it, right? They're locked in with all of that stuff. So we really have no place of trying to compete with them, especially because we can't move the market, right? Like there could be 1,000 of us all trading the exact same market with 5 contracts, and we still wouldn't be able to move the market as much as they can. They have millions and billions of dollars, right? And they all understand where the market wants to go, and they have a bias for the day. I think that they want the market to go in that direction, especially when it comes to news and stuff like that. So you can't really make the market do what you want it to do, and that's obvious, you know. You have to do what the market's doing and just try to get in at the right time. And drawing those short-term channels helps you do that by understanding when that pressure has played out, and you can start to look for an opportunity. So now that we've created a new low, it looks like we're continuing to work lower. There may be some kind of like wider downtrend like this, but it's not confirmed yet, so I'm just going to delete that. I'm going to continue to watch this, but definitely if we continue to work lower, there could be a wider downtrend, or the market likes to move in pairs of twos. So if I measure this, copy it, and put it here, it might be wanting to test this low here by making 2 legs. So we'll see if that happens. It might even be a wider trading range, something like this. There's a lot of empty room here at the bottom that I don't really like. Also, a lot of empty room here at the top. So it's pretty confusing price action so far. I'm not too sure what's going on. This is definitely an area of development, especially after we create new low. You don't want to be taking any shorts. You want to wait for the structure to develop before you even consider taking longs. So in this situation here, you shouldn't even be looking for trades. You're just waiting, sitting on your hands, waiting for the market to establish its bias. That way you can know which direction you're looking to trade in. So let's see what happens. All right, guys, we have a pretty nice downtrend here now. Multiple confirmations off of the top of this trend line, and just one confirmation off the bottom. I thought this was overshoot, but the fact that we, rejected off of EMA and then continued to work lower, I don't think it's overshoot. It's not acting as overshoot, which could cause the market to reverse or break out of the other side of the trend line. So just had to widen the channel a little bit. But now that we're in this downtrend, if it breaks, I'm looking for a second entry short to test new low, or even just a nice push phase and then a second entry short to continue with the trend. We reversed strongly from here above EMA, and then we had this strong rejection off of EMA. So I just went ahead and drew a different, tighter channel with break and push to new low. We have to account for the strong spike above EMA and then the fact that EMA found support here. So this one already has break and push to new high, but we continue to work higher with this rejection. So I'm thinking there might be some kind of spike in channel, but it's definitely too early to draw any of that. So I'm just sitting on my hands and waiting for the market to develop. We could get a reversal here though and start our bullish trend here. Let's see. I'm actually going to go ahead and take my break. I'll be back in about an hour and hopefully something has developed. That way I can start to look for trades. The market's been really, really confusing. Like, as you can see, it just doing weird stuff like with this channel. It makes sense now with break and push to new low. But normally when you get a break like this, you don't expect it to create a new low like that. I'm actually going to go ahead and take my break here. It's getting pretty exhausting sitting in front of the charts, and I don't want to end up taking any trades that I shouldn't be in or anything like that. So hopefully when I come back, we'll have some kind of established market structure and continue to look for trades. All right, guys, I came back from my break, but my internet is out. So it's just frozen here. It says that it's going to be back on at like 1:30, which would be when market closes. So unfortunately, no trades today. Overall, pretty good market structure. It's kind of similar to yesterday. We had two downtrends with overshoot, long time to create new low. You come over here, we have this downtrend with overshoot, took a long time to create new low, and I don't know if this has created new low yet or something, but technically it has created new low because I drew this tighter channel, but I'm not sure if there's something wider, something like that, that still is going to attempt new low. Considering how far we've retraced, like if I was to drop from that top swing, we retraced about 50% before the market froze. So there's a potential that it would have created new low. If you guys have your charts open, feel free to leave them in the comments and let me know like if there's any good opportunities or anything in the afternoon. I really have no way of checking it. I could put it on my phone hotspot, but I'm not going to trade, thousands of dollars of risk and stuff like that with hotspot on my phone. So overall, pretty decent. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be uploading every weekday my live charting session. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck with your trading.